Hello, hello, friends. Tiana here with day 5 of the unedited launch. So today I did do a little pre-work so that I hoped that I could provide some value. I thought I would use today. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes. Um, I'm auditing my big course that's coming out, Automate to Dominate. And auditing, did I say auditing, automating? I'm auditing this course. And this is really an accelerator system. Part of it is how do you design your own website? So I thought I would take you through the checklist in this exact course, just behind the scenes on it, and give you some value into your website. I do a lot of website audits for people, whether they've done it themselves or hired somebody else, but typically they're missing many pieces that really need to be there. So I'm going to walk you through the checklist and then show you a recent website I just launched for one of my clients, Dr. Liz Jenkins, and why it meets all these qualifications. So let's kind of dive into that. I'm going to share a portion of my screen. So this is the workbook, the Automate to Dominate playbook, and this is a website checklist in this. And you can see that there needs to be luxury branding, consistent fonts and colors. So what I'm going to do is open up my client's website after this. I also include in this the Canva brand kit for clients because essentially like if you click here in Canva, let's say that, so I have a number of them in here, right? Because I do things for other people. Let's do Sergeant O brand kit. So you can see this is very different than my brand kit. So when I'm doing design and branding for clients, but this is what I teach clients to do for themselves. Like, let's say you can't hire me and my team for a 20K, 50K program because that's not in your current budget. You could take this course, and this is what I'm going to teach you how to do. Website domain name. You want to have professional photos done. The free offer funnel completed because you also want to be linking a free offer because people aren't always ready to buy. Making sure the images are done, that the email automation is done, that there's a main image on the website, an about me one-liner, page content completed, a calendar system set up if you're using that, a qualification form, and testimonials. These are the basics of like if I was building a website for a client, what I need from them, or in the done for you case where I come alongside them, even just from myself, my team, and I have Trello boards for this. Talk about Trello some other time, where I'm literally creating all these pieces for a client. We're putting it into their Google Drive, and then I'm putting it onto a website. So, what does it look like to put all this onto a website, and why is it important? So, I'm going to kind of audit, excuse me, one of my clients' stuff. So this is behind the scenes on my client, Dr. Liz. She's wonderful. So one is I build stuff. This is a Go High Level back end. If you're familiar with Go High Level, this is the system I believe in using because I think it's an all-in-one. You can do your funnels, your websites, your marketing, your texting, your sales pipelines, your payments. It's crazy. You can do your courses, your communities, everything all in one. Between 97 to 497 a month. You can even do memberships and certifications and communities. So this is why I put my clients' stuff in here because it helps them have everything in one place. So if we go to Dr. Liz's website, you can see we also going to the checklist, we already have the domain name. So it's drlizjenkins.com. So if somebody does that, here is a free offer pop-up. It popped up only because I'm going to exit the page. I don't have the pop-up set to like 15 seconds, but this is her most popular free offer of all time. It's a couples reconnection cheat sheet. People put their name, email, phone number in here, and then it gives them the download. Okay. One liner, going back to let me see if I can like kind of go between these two areas. This website checklist, right? So the Canva brand kit. So if I come over here to her Canva brand kit, um, let's come over back here. Um, you can see in her Canva brand kit, because I help her create a lot of these pieces though, is that this is already in here for her, right? So let's go to brand kits. So she's had a few done. And then here's one of the ones I was doing for her. So I actually created a ton of watermarks different color palettes. We went with more neutrals, different versions. This is something I teach my clients in the course as well as or if I'm working with them one to one. Having multiple colors because like if you want to put that image, this image on top of other images, like when you're doing your social media marketing or your websites, it looks good on different elements. Meaning if it's on a square, let me come to do like if I came over here and I did a new design just to show you why this is important, let's say wanted to do an Instagram post, for example. When things are different colors, so let's say that, let me just grab something real quick. Let's go to, I don't want a video. I just wanted an image. Okay, let's just say it was this, for example. So now we can go in here and I can get her brand fonts that match her stuff, which is really helpful to have all the fonts already there, right? So let's say I did something like this. Let's see. I would line it up like this. And then let's go back to the brand. And then there's all kinds of different fonts. So let's say she wanted this down in the right corner, right? Or we can try different things out. Let's say she just wanted this, right? She just wanted to do a quote for herself, for example. And so she just wanted it tiny, something like that. It just depends what you're doing in the moment. And so having the different watermarks actually makes a really big difference. Okay, so let's come back to her website. So now here's that one liner that was in the checklist. I help committed couples reconnect using my proven 3-step smart restart partnership plan. And then it gives a little hint at what that is: repair, restore, renew. And then there's a call to action. And this is the free offer. And this is where a lot of people who do websites get it wrong is the one thing I would like to add here would be like maybe Dr. Liz here, but because I have it right here, it depends on how I'm designing, right? So this is really about couples. So in some instances, I don't put the person's face there, but I could retry a different header. This is called the hero image what plus her one liner here. So a good website has consistent brand colors and fonts all throughout. It's got the client's logo, brand name, whether it's a name logo. It's got a one-liner. It's got a quick call to action, and it has a free offer. So we've got all that going on. It has the picture of the person, who they are, and everything. All the copy is related to them. And you see, repetition is happening here. Like the repair, restore, renew, that was way up here. Even if people aren't consciously aware of this, we're putting the hints in here. So now we've got repair, restore, renew. You can book a free consult. So this is the application piece. Always so important, especially if you have any kind of one-to-one services, that you have a link to then apply now. So everywhere on this page that says apply now is taking them to a quiz so that you can qualify people. A lot of people are like, well, what do I do when someone's interested? You send them to a quiz page because you need to see where they're at. And this means you need to have a very clear quiz. On this page too is testimonials. So notice the checklist over here: testimonials, qualification quiz, calendar, automated, about page content. So we'll go through that in a minute. So you can see she has professional photos. I already completed the free offer funnel. Um, and we actually created all that over here in her Canva. So if I go back to the home, it's also making sure that your free offer is matching the vibe. So this is another thing I see with a lot of people is their free offer doesn't match the vibe. This is her free offer here, which we created in Canva. You can see the branding, the colors, the fonts, everything is consistent. And that is just, I see this so much and it just shows an amateur, honestly. And I don't mean it rude. It's just like, listen, friends, you are in competition with the best of the best. So if you're looking at, let's say that Matthew Hussey, for example, he's a very famous relationship coach. He's not a therapist like Dr. Liz, he's a coach. Now, she is also a coach also, but she is actually a certified therapist with like 38 years experience helping couples rekindle their spark. So when you talk about somebody who's highly educated and qualified like this, we want to play that up, right? So when I come over here to her website, let's go now to the About page, see how I need that about content. So I went through and I did create all these custom images. She had her pro photos done. So when you hire a web developer like me, I'm not just a web developer, I write the copy. I I like take the storyline. I tell the story through images as well. It's a story that you're telling. You're talking to these people that feel broken, and if giving an image like this is essentially going to probably cause hurt in their heart because they're like, I want that, but how do I get back to that? And that's where Dr. Liz comes in here. And the other thing we work on, and this is something Chris Do talks about. If you don't know who Chris Do is, highly recommend you follow him. He's a pro branding guy too. He talks about the first step he tells people if they want to be a better designer is typography. 100% agree. I've taken courses myself, art courses, when I was just 25, 26 years old, like 14 years ago, in typography. Do you see how like we're playing with different sizing of fonts, with bold, with italics? It's still all the same font style. There's three. You don't want to really use more than three. Typically, there's two, but sometimes we might. Um, and you can see it's her name. This is who she is. We're breaking things down, we're making it personal. Typography is just a huge part of design and it makes things look much more unique. And by the way, I came up with this making couples great again, play on Pick America Great Again. I loved it. So you can see there's consistency, there's images. It's not just about you. So also the thing with websites is you need to have pictures, whether it's stock photos or you take those pro photos of other people. And great things like Canva, it's so affordable. I know they raised their rates recently. Even if they do, it doesn't matter. It's still like the best thing out there for most people, where you can grab stock photos, you can put the filters through them so it matches the branding. So this is a part of these checklists. Canva brand kit, website domain, pro photos, the free offer, because you need an email list because people aren't always ready to buy. Um, the email automation is completed. So on the back end of this is, if I go to automations, we have her automations coming into the workflow, right? So making sure that people are also getting the automated responses. So then back this way, let's go here. Here's her about page. We also have it linked to her client portal because she does still have therapy clients that need to log into their place. And then the full listing of programs. How can you work with her? So outside of one-to-one, she also has courses. So this is where we would take them there once her course pages are hooked up. So I hope this taught you a little bit about like one, in my Automate to Dominate program, I have detailed out the checklist as well as creating your own brand, creating your brand kit. That comes in the modules before the website. But I wanted to give you an example of what this actually looks like when I'm doing this for a client. So whether you're watching this and you have been working on your own website, I hope you will take this checklist and you could go through it and start to audit your own website. Make sure all these pieces are really there. This is going to help you grow your email list and grow your sales and compete in a competitive global marketplace. The other thing is, if you don't know where to start, or maybe you've hired somebody and they've let you down, is ways to work with me. You can go to my website, tianasmithcoaching.com, or you could go to scalewithtiana.com and fill out a link and apply to work with me one to one. And if it's not a good fit for one to one because of budget, I will also send you the information to join the new course that's coming out, which is really an accelerated program. As I talked about on my day 4 of this unedited launch video, I talked about how like I don't really believe in courses in the way that a lot of people maybe sell courses. I'm a very hands-on. It's going to include one-to-one support. It includes a private app that I've put all this in. You get all the templates. So you see in Go High Level, if you decide to use Go High Level, which I recommend you do, even if you're using something else now, because with the click of a button, you can add all the funnels that I've created for you. Literally give yourself 15 minutes. It's crazy. And then you could go in and edit and use the templates that I'm giving you in Canva, things like that. So That's all. If you want to talk to me about that option, whether it's one-to-one or it's group, go to scalewithtiana.com, click apply now, and fill that form out. That's the best way to really get a hold of me, and I can point you in the right direction. I hope this educated you. If you need couples coaching or even individual coaching in your relationship, check out drlizjenkins.com. You just saw her website. She's amazing. I highly recommend her. She's the real deal. In a day and age with so many relationship coaches, I think it's super important to get people who are highly qualified, have built their own therapy practice and now offer, more hands-on coaching. I think that's the way of the future. But still get those qualified people. There's a lot of people can say, "Oh, I have a good marriage," but, and that's the same with me. So, a little bit about, behind the scenes on this real quick before we end this training is like I have my master's degree in marketing and I have built designs, funnels for brands from Warner Brothers, Sony, Berklee College of Music, entrepreneurs who are startups, celebrities for the last 20 years. And it's one thing when people are like, oh, you can become a funnel builder or take this 5-day funnel challenge. It's not really how that works. It takes time, it takes systems. And the thing that I have built here is a shortcut to success. And it's not just to build a funnel, it's how do you monetize? How do you make money with these funnels so that you can actually get paid to be who you dream to be in business? So, I look forward to chatting with you. Scalewithtiana.com if you want to. We can figure out which path might be right for you. Otherwise, I'd love to hear in the comments. What did you have any takeaways from this? Did you see this checklist that is only for my paying clients? But I hope you have a great day and I'll see you on the next video.